What's up, everybody? Welcome to another live show. We're back, week 10, baby. And sorry for that little hiatus. I was gone for a little bit. As you guys know, I was in Arizona. I told you guys, I warned you. Was in Arizona visiting family and came back that Tuesday. And so I was like, do I really want to do a live show? Because it's, being a content creator for the NFL, it is a marathon, not a sprint. And shout out to the wife for the NFL hat, as you guys probably were always seen in the videos. And then shout out to my Phoenix Suns, who just tipped off right now. I really need a TV in the office because I'd be watching this game as we're doing the live show. And I can already see the chat livening up. Cowboy Noah says, I'm back. What's up, Noah? Welcome back to the show. I'm excited to go over these picks here. And, of course, talk a little Cowboys football. As we all know, things have taken a massive turn. Michael says, finally made the live on time. Shout out to Michael. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. And, yes, as we all know, the Cowboys season has taken a turn for the worse. And I'm going to be here all season long, man. But let's go ahead and jump on in and take a look here. Look, this is week 9. I'm behind, guys. So let me go ahead and adjust this a little bit. 83 and 54, that's the right record, but I do need to change this schedule here so we have the right games in front of us. So that's going to block me for a second. Hold up. Let's see. We're just going to make that a little bit smaller, and we're going to move it over here to the right. Missed you guys. Thanks for joining in. Sorry I missed the last week, but like I said, was traveling. Blitz says, what's up, Tony? Luck Duck 1 says, let's get it. Week 10, baby. Week 10. And we are finally getting an idea of who is a pretender and who is a contender. So here we go. Let's jump on in. Last week we did pretty well. And it's always the same thing, right? Like as the season begins, it's always 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, because it's just like you don't know which teams are going to be which teams to start off. And then they finally catch some momentum, and then now we kind of finally have an idea of what team is what team. So here we go. Thursday Night Football, and guys, we got a good primetime matchup here on Prime Football Thursday night, going off tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got the Bengals and the Ravens, and these guys went off last time they met. I mean, this was a heck of a game. I think I chose the Bengals to win, and they ended up losing. But if we look at that final score from earlier this season, I'm going to pull it up here. Shoot, when they played earlier, didn't they? I know they did. Oh my gosh! And now, but go ahead and pop down your guesses on this one, your predictions for this one. Yeah, they played earlier, went into overtime. Ravens won it, ended up winning 41-38. Crazy game. Of course, Joe Burrow and the Bengals still trying to piece it together. Currently, they're sitting at 4. Let's see, what is that? Let me do my math right. 4-5. And on the other hand, the Baltimore Ravens. Remember when everyone was talking about how like they were having a slow start and everything? Well, they're 6-3. Benintendi says Ravens. Completely agree. And I'm going to go with the Ravens here. Bengals need this game. They could split, to be honest. Blitz says Ravens 28-14. I think it's going to be a little bit higher scoring. Michael says Bengals 24-17. The only way I envision this is this being high scoring. I don't know. I think you guys are scoring too low, if you don't mind me saying. Sponsored by Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm definitely going to go with the Ravens. Oh, and Michael is taking the underdog here. He's going with the Bengals 24-17. I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one. I think they're just really rolling, and I think they sweep the Bengals for the season. But obviously, we'll have to wait and see. But it's going to be a good game. I love good Thursday night football games. And now we go to the Sunday slate. This is international, isn't it? This is because this is a 9:30 slot. Let's see, Giants and Panthers. Where is this being played? Is this the Germany game? This has to be the Germany game because I don't think we've played there yet. It is. Yes, this is the Germany game. And as we all know, the Giants are at the bottom of the division and the Panthers are at the bottom of the league. So sorry, Germany. So sorry you have to experience this matchup. I mean, come on. You're trying to put a product out there for the NFL, and you're trying to show the rest of the world what we do, and we're sending the Giants and the Panthers. And I get it. To acquire one of these international games, you do have to forfeit one of your home games. And obviously the Giants and the Panthers can do that. So, you can't send the Cowboys and Chiefs out there. But this one I think is pretty straightforward as well. Actually, I don't know. I like the Panthers. I feel like the Panthers are cooking up something here. And I would take the Panthers over them. Joe says, I'm late. What did I miss? We're just getting right into it, Joe. So jump on in. Michael says, nobody wants to wake up for this game. Luck Duck 1 says, trash game with trash teams. It's a terrible game. Ben and Teddy says Panthers by 35. Yeah, this is, I don't know. They're they're bad teams. This could go either way. This is the total opposite of of a good game, of a competitive game. This is going to be very tough. I'm going to choose the Panthers. In my NFL picks in 60 seconds that's coming out tomorrow morning, I chose the Panthers. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants won. But, who cares? Realistically, Noah says this is the toilet bowl. God, man. And you know what? Knowing me, man, I'm still going to put in a bet slip for this trash game. Joe says, who you choose for Bengals and Ravens? I chose the Ravens. Luck Duck 1 says, Giants bounce back. Honestly, they should. I think they are a better team than the Panthers. But let's go into the early Sunday games as we got the Patriots and the Bears. This one's going to be very interesting. Again, not really the hottest matchup, and we get a couple of games like that, as the season kind of progresses, we get some pretty trash, not trash. I need to be loose on that word trash, but the Patriots are 2-7. The Bears are 4-4. The Bears could have been 5-3 if they didn't, tip the pass that won the Commanders on the game on the Hail Mary. So Alex is going to go with the Bears. And what's up, Alex? Welcome to the live show. Good to see you again. Joe's back at it with their emojis. We got the Bears emoji. Yeah, the Bears should handle this. I mean, it might be crazy. It might be some fireworks here. I think Drake May and the Patriots can provide some of that firepower. So I think this one's actually going to be close. I would say something maybe 31-27 Bears. Bettenteni says, duh, Bears. And Michael says Bears. Yeah. Next up, we got the Bills and the Colts. Bills are rolling. Colts just lost on Sunday Night Football. And if we look at their records, Bills are 7-2 and the Colts are 4-5. And this should be a game despite the location of it. It is in Indianapolis, but the Buffalo Bills should win this one. If you're a competitor, Jonathan says, hi, what's up, Jonathan? Welcome to the live show. If the Bills are actually contenders, this is the game that you should win. No messing around. Good teams take care of the teams that they should. Great teams do it on a consistent basis. So Bills should take care of this one. Luck Duck 1 says Bills. Yeah, this one should be pretty straightforward. I mean, I think the Colts are still rocking with Joe Flacco. I don't think Anthony Richardson's going to make his way back. Michael says Colts have no chance. Yeah, I really just don't see a chance. Even though the Colts do have defensive pieces, I mean, the Bills should walk away with another blowout here. Next up, we got the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Vikings got back in the win column last week on that Sunday Night Football win over the Colts, and they're sitting at 6-2. And then you got the Jaguars at 2-7. Now, this is in Jacksonville. Does that change things? The Minnesota Vikings are kind of, they're used to playing in their cozy, nice stadium up there, MT Bank Stadium, which is very, very nice. But, the Jaguars, just no consistency, which, by the way, the Jags, they almost got a win against the Eagles. No one's talking about that. Regardless, I don't know. Can I say something? I don't trust the Vikings yet. I know they're 6-2, and Joe's going with the Vikings. Michael's going with the Vikings. Benettini says, I think this game will be closer than we think. Alex says the Vikings. But I don't know. I'm not sold on the Vikings yet. I think they can be good, but I'm just not sold on them. I don't know. Because they lost that game to the Rams, And then who else did they lose to? They lost 2 games. They just lost to the Rams. Who else did they lose to? Someone comment down below. Let me know. I don't know. This could be a game that could sneak up on them. I would not be surprised. If we're talking about upsets, and believe me, I got some upset picks. This could be one. The Vikings should handle it. But don't be surprised, in my opinion, if the Jaguars, find a way to win. Regardless, I'm going to go with the Vikings. I think everyone is agreeing in the chat. Vikings. Okay. Broncos and the Chiefs. Okay. This is where it gets interesting, right? Obviously, we know the Chiefs are undefeated, right? We all know that. Hurricane Jason, welcome to the chat. He's already jumping ahead. He's saying the Lions. Oh, Jason's saying lost to the Lions. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you. Yes, that is correct. Now the Broncos are 5-4, right? Chiefs are obviously undefeated. This is my upset pick of the week. Yes, Joe's already with me. Says Broncos upsetting the Chiefs. Yes. I am choosing the Broncos. I feel it in my gut, man. I think the Broncos upset the Chiefs in Kansas City. I don't have a lot of analytics or statistics to prove I just got a feeling. I got a feeling. And that Broncos defense, man, they're good. They're good. And I think Bo Nix in his first year is enough to provide that unpredictability where you don't have enough tape on him to know what he's going to do. And the Chiefs have been wavering despite them being undefeated, right? All their games have been close. So the opportunity for the Broncos will be there. I do believe they get it done. Now let's go to the chat here. Nova says, I can't stand the Chiefs winning every week, so Broncos win. Alex says Chiefs. Benintendi says Broncos by a field goal. Michael says not an Arrowhead. Totally agree. Like Arrowhead is tough to win. But this is a division game. Like the Broncos know what to expect going to Arrowhead. I would agree with you if it was somebody else. Joe says W pick Tony. Thanks, Joe. Luck Duck 1 says that's a crazy take. Hey, I think they can win. Let's look at the point spread. Let's see what's going on. NFL FanDuel Week 10. I think the Broncos get it done, guys. Let's see. NFL, there we go. NFL Week 10 odds. I want to see the point spread. It can't be that much. Oh, God. They got the Chiefs by 8.5 points. That's too much. They're not going to cover that. Remember, the Chiefs are not going to cover that spread. That is way too big. 8.5. This game is a field goal game. It is going to be a 3-point game. It is going to come down to the final moments. If you are betting out there, take the Broncos. 8.5 points? That's way too much for a 5-4 team going up against an 8-0 team in a division game. Come on. That's just easy money. I'm going with the Broncos. Let's jump back down. Atlanta Falcons, New Orleans Saints. Division game. Saints, man. Saints have not won a game since they beat the Dallas Cowboys, which is hilarious because the head coach then got fired, right? Dennis Allen, who completely outcoached Mike McCarthy, head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And Mike still has a job, and they're 3-5. But I don't know, man. I think if you lose embarrassingly, if the Cowboys lose to the Eagles, like just complete blowout, maybe like similar to what we experienced with the Lions and Cowboys game, I think Mike could be gone Monday morning. You think Joe Burrow will get 2 passing touchdowns? Oh, yeah. Lock that in, baby. He will. Yeah. I think Thursday night's going to be I think it's going to be fireworks. Alex says Falcons. Joe says Falcons. Luck Duck 1 says Falcons. Yes, we are all in agreement. Which Derek Carr is back for this game. So do remember that. Like they could get some firepower going. What is the record? I think they're 2-6 or 2-7. Oh my God, they're 2-7. That is horrible. Starting the year 2-0 and then being 2-7. Michael is calling a tie? Yo, that'd be crazy. But it'd also be crazier if you were right. Because, I mean, maybe. I don't think the Falcons are as good as people think that they are. Of course, they beat the Cowboys. Yeah. But, like, the Cowboys are not a good football team. And they had a chance to beat the Falcons. So, anyway, regardless, I'm going with the Falcons. And now this point spread should be more than 8.5 points. I mean, come on. Look, this is ridiculous. They got the Falcons as 3.5-point favorites. In what war? Anyways, I mean, the Falcons are 6-3 and the Saints are 2-7, so I get it from that perspective. Anyways, Falcons. Then we get the 49ers here and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 49ers coming off of the bye week. Christian McCaffrey, could he be going this game? Anyways, 49ers are 4-4. Buccaneers are 4-5. Obviously, Buccaneers don't have... I mean, this could be a game the Buccaneers win. Honestly, if the Buccaneers can replicate their performance that they had against the Chiefs on Monday night, and they're back at home, and the 49ers just still don't have that rhythm yet, this could be another upset here. Let me look at the point spread on this one, if Vegas thinks this is upset worthy. No, they got the 49ers as 5.5-point favorites, which is too much, in my opinion. Joe has a vote. Is that a volcano? No. Oh, that's a bridge. Sorry, I'm blind. I don't have my glasses on. That is the Golden State Bridge for San Francisco. I did initially pick the 49ers, but I am liking the idea of the Buccaneers. But I don't know. The 49ers, despite the 49ers offense sputtering, they got their defense is the real deal, as we all know. The 49ers, I mean, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, I mean, they're the real deal. Michael says Tampa Bay by 10. Yo, that would be crazy. I mean, that's full-on panic because the 49ers have had the week to prepare. They've had 2 weeks to prepare for Tampa Bay. And if you come out and if you lose by double digits, 10 points, yikes. Alex says 49ers. I think it's pretty safe to go with the 49ers here. I think they handled Tampa Bay. But I would not be surprised if in the middle of the day I'm looking at that score and I see the Buccaneers up by 10. I would not be surprised. All right, here we go. This is one of the better games of the week. Would you believe it? You know, if you would have told me this is going to be one of the premier matchups in Week 10, I would not have believed you. The Commanders are 7-2, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are 6-2. This one's interesting. I'm really interested to see what you guys think about this in the chat. Commanders are favored by 2.5 points. I'm interested. I want to see what you guys think about this one. This one's going to be interesting. Steelers got a good defense, but the Commanders got a really good offense. Steelers got a run game, and they don't really have that playmaker of a quarterback like Jaden Daniels. Like Jaden Daniels can change the game for you. Like he can run it, he can throw it. Russell Wilson's not that guy no more. The chat is coming in. Alex is saying Commanders. Joe is saying Commanders. Benintendi says Steelers by 2. Luck Duck 1 says Commanders, baby. Michael says Commanders are frauds and will do the same as last year's Texans. I don't know about that, Michael. I don't know if they're frauds. I mean, the Commanders have looked pretty good. Let's see. Joe says if we can beat them, Commanders definitely can. And Joe's talking about the Cowboys beating the Steelers. The Commanders could definitely beat them. Alex says Commanders got Marshawn Lattimore yesterday. The Commanders situation just got me salty. Obviously, they got Dan Quinn, former Cowboys defensive coordinator. Now, Dan Quinn has gotten Bobby Wagner, Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, they've gotten weapons, which just shows you that Dan Quinn was probably wanting guys in Dallas. But obviously, we got old man Jerry saying no to a lot of that, just probably due to price. Dysfunctional in Dallas. This one's a tough one, but it is in Washington. That does help the Commanders. So I'm going to go with the Commanders here. I think the Commanders win this one. Who have the Commanders lost to? Let's look it up. Who have the Commanders lost to? They've lost to the Buccaneers to start the season, and they've lost to Baltimore. They've beaten New York, Cincinnati, Arizona, Cleveland, Carolina, Chicago, New York. So basically, they haven't played anyone. No, but I do like the Commanders. I think they're a fun team to watch. And, if you know a Commanders fan, hug them. They've been through a lot. So this season's for them. Joe says Ravens and Bucks. Luck Duck 1 says Bucks and Ravens. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Commanders. And I think a lot of us are agreeing, except Benintendi says Steelers by 2, which is a very odd point differential. Regardless, we're in the afternoon slate of games. Here we go, baby. The Tennessee Titans versus the Los Angeles Chargers. This sounds like a very boring game. Titans are 2-6. Chargers are 5-3. This game is back at SoFi Stadium for the Chargers. No one's talking about the Chargers. 5-3 is a good record, but no one's talking about them. Obviously, it could be because they're obviously in the AFC West, so the Chiefs are always going to be that premier spot above them. But what, Harbaugh is doing there with Justin Herbert, and obviously you got Derwin James Jr., you got Khalil Mack, Quentin Johnson. Alex says Chargers go Bolts. Yeah, Chargers should win this one. I would be very surprised if they didn't win this one. Michael says LAC. Yeah, you should win this one. Yeah, this one's pretty easy. Chargers over the Titans. All right, here we go. And this is actually this one's going to be fun to watch. I don't know about you guys, but I like watching the Jets this year. It's very fun to watch the Jets. I like to see what they're doing. And the Jets, I believe they're 3-6. Cardinals are 5-4. And you know what? Shout out to Arizona because they've won some tough games. They beat the 49ers. They've beaten the Chargers. Like, the Cardinals are doing things that you would want a team to do. Is like grinding wins out. They don't look pretty. They don't look, they're messy, but they find a way to win. Alex says Jets upset win. I would think that the Jets would be favored, to be honest. Let me look at the point spread. Jets are favored by 1.5 points. Yeah. Which is crazy, right? Because they're 3-6. And the Cardinals are 5-4. Michael says New York Jets slaughter the Cardinals. I'm going to tell you straight up, I like the Jets in this matchup. I think, like I said, I like watching the Jets. So I think the Jets can run the table and get a couple of wins under their belt. If this was in New York, I feel like the Jets are always on the road. I know they just had a game at home, but I think that makes it like this is like the third home game and third road game in the past 4 games. Get the Jets back to New York, which I think at the end of their schedule, they have a bunch of home games, which is really going to help them. Luck Duck 1 says Phoenix Cardinals. Joe says Jets. Benintendi says Jets. I like the Jets in this one. I don't know. Arizona's got a really good defense, though. But I think the Jets are figuring it out. I think the Jets figure it out, and they get a win over the Cardinals. All right, guys, here we go. Cowboys, Eagles. Helmets are up for anyone that wants to know. Pre-game prediction video drops for this tomorrow morning. Oh boy, I freaking hate the Eagles, and man, we're seeing them at our lowest point. Cooper Rush is in, and I think right now they're thinking of whether or not Dak Prescott's going to be on IR or not. But I think he's gone for the season. I'm just going to say it. I think he's out for the rest of the season. Joe says, our biggest rival, I'm nervous. Michael says, what do you do if we lose? Cowboys fan. What do you do if we lose? Like, how do I react? Clarify that, Michael. Alex says, Cowboys upset alert? I don't know, man. I don't know. Are we tanking? Is that what we're doing, Cowboys Nation? Benintendi says, in Rush we trust. I don't know, guys. I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't think the Cowboys win this game. I think the Eagles win this game. They're on a 4-game winning streak. The Cowboys are on a 3-game losing streak. This is at home where the Cowboys are just awful at home. 0-3 on the year. I'm so thankful this is not a primetime game. Or maybe I should be thankful because, It would embarrass Jerry. Michael says, how do you react? Oh, I see. It depends on the game. We haven't had a lot of close games that we've lost. A lot of the games that we lost have been complete blowouts. But usually it's a lot of heartbreak. And then usually I try to hit the post-game reaction video like immediately after the game ends. So how do I react? It's on camera most of the time. Playoff losses are very brutal. There's a moment of silence in the household when the Cowboys lose in the playoffs. But thankfully, we don't have to endure that this year. Dragon Slayer, welcome to chat. He says, we need a win. Yeah, but do we really need a win? I will tell you, even though I like Coop, I would love to see Trey Lance. Let's just do it. Come on. Let's just do it. Luck Duck 1 says, embrace the tank. Let's do it, man. Joe says, Eagles are winning. Noah says, if we lose big time, would Mike get fired? It would have to be embarrassing. It would have to be pretty embarrassing. But I don't know, guys. The injuries. It's not just Dak, right? It's DeRon Bland. It's Michael Parsons, who has a good chance of being back Sunday. It's Brandon Cooks. It's DeMarcus Lawrence. It's Sam Williams. The Joneses can play that injury card. Alex says, I'd be nervous this game. Alex says, Cowboys are a cursed team. You got that right. Joe says, Saquon going to run all over us. Yeah. I mean, everyone could still be healthy, and I would still like our chances. Benetetti says, are your post-game reactions your genuine reactions? Yes. Dragon Slayer says, Mike McCarthy needs to get fired. He's gone after the year, guys. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. If we lose by more blowouts at home, Mike is gone mid-season. But Antron Hemingway, welcome to the chat. Says, Eagles hot right now. Time for us to go to war and win our time of possession. That's how we can win this out. Remind you, nobody's scared of them Eagles. You're right. The Eagles are still figuring it out. And, they got Kellen Moore, who you can't trust as far as you can throw him. You got Jalen Hurts, who's not even, I don't even know if you could say he's a top 10 quarterback. Hurricane Jason says, let Trey Lance start. Alex says, DeRon Bland is playing this game. He did not practice today. He was on the resistant cords. He was with the rehab group. I don't think he's going to go this game. Joe says, didn't we blow them out last season on Sunday Night Football at home? Yeah, we did. Those were the good old days. Dragon Slayer says, I'm a big fan of who? The Cowboys? Clarify for me, Dragon Slayer. Noah says, who do you think would be our next head coach next season? I don't know, man. People are saying Bill Belichick. I don't think so. If Bill has any sense, don't come to Dallas. He's not going to have the control that he wants. Nor do I think Bill's a good fit. The Cowboys are definitely not going to go young. No. Unfortunately. They should probably go young for a guy like Ben Johnson in Detroit. But Jerry likes his coaches that are established. Honestly, it's going to suck, but it actually just might be Marvin Lewis. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, who? Head coach for the Cincinnati Bengals for 12 plus years. You know what would really just punch me in the gut and slap me in the face? Is if Jerry Jones gets Kellen Moore. I don't trust the Cowboys to make the right decision. Let me clarify. I don't trust Jerry Jones to make the right decision for a head coaching job. Dragon Slayer says, you. Oh, thanks, Dragon Slayer. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for being a big fan. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Michael says, Pete Carroll. Man, he's too old. He's too old. Alex says, we need a young coach. Completely agree. Joe says, Marvin who? Exactly. Marvin Lewis. Look him up. He was in Cincinnati for the longest time. Wasn't that good. But Jerry likes guys like that. Benetetti wants us to move on, says Lions by 10. So, yeah, put it in the chat. Unbiased and realistically, guys, who you going for? Well, I know who you're going for, but who do you think is going to win this game? Again, it's a safe space. We're in a bad point of the season, guys. I get it. It's a safe space. Cowboys or Eagles, and give me a score prediction. And while you do that, I will remind you, pregame prediction video is dropping tomorrow morning, and we talk about this game in detail, looking at the offense and the defense and all that good stuff. So if you want to hear me talk about it more in detail, tune in tomorrow morning. That video will drop. Joe says, your thoughts on Jonathan Mingo? Terrible trade. I know we have control of the last 2 years on his rookie deal, but it just, 4th round draft pick for him is so high. So high. Way too high. Michael says Cowboys 2021. Okay. You're still going with the upset. I think Eagles win 29-16. Alex says 29-26 Cowboys. I like the hope, man. Keep the hope. Antron says Al Harris can be our next head coach. What do you think about that situation? I don't think he has enough experience yet. I think he needs to be a defensive coordinator first. But I like Al Harris. Dragon Slayer says Eagles 31, Dallas 24. By the way, I'm a Cowboys fan. We're all Cowboys fans, but it's okay. I chose the Eagles to win this game as well. All right, here we go. Primetime games. Let's go, baby. Sunday Night Football. This is I'm going to say it. This is the game of the week. I love this matchup. The Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. The Texans are 6-3 as the Lions are 7-1. And I think if you would have the Chiefs versus, well, actually, I was going to say if you have the Chiefs and the Lions, I think the Lions might win, but I'm not going to bet against Mahomes. I think the Chiefs find a way to beat the Lions. But the Lions are looking like one of the most dominant teams in the NFL. Are they the best team? Are they one of the most dominant teams? Oh, yeah, absolutely. They've been blowing everybody out. This one's a tough one. This one is on the road in Houston for the Lions, though. Not that changes anything. Who did the Lions lose to? Who's their one loss been to? It was something stupid, wasn't it? Isn't it like the Cardinals or something? They lost to someone ridiculous. Tampa Bay. They lost to Tampa Bay. Chad is already going with the Lions. I agree on this one. I think the Lions continue this. I think the Texans have an opportunity. Like, they can get a win. They can. The Texans can win. Yeah, Michael says Tampa Bay 16-20, week 2. Yeah. Chris Gonzalez is in. What's up, man? Welcome to the chat. It says, go Cowboys, Tony. Yes, sir. Lions should win this one. Let's look at the point spread on this one. Lions are favored by 3.5 points. Yeah, I just think the Detroit defense is going to make it really hard on CJ Stroud. It's as easy as that. And then the Texans can't get anything going. And then the Texans drop another game after losing to the Jets, which was super surprising. But, yeah. Luck Duck 1 says, Lions got that dog in them. Woof, woof. You're right. I agree. All right, Monday Night Football, guys. Tua Tagovailoa makes his return to prime time as the Dolphins take on the Rams. Dragon Slayer says this is a hot take, but Texans 35-31. Woo! Chris says, I think Texans pull it off. We shall see. But let's take a look as we come to an end of this live show. And we got the Dolphins, who are 2-6, still a shot in the playoffs if we're talking about it mathematically. The Rams are 4-4. Definitely need this one on the road. I can't remember who I chose in my NFL picks, to be honest. Maybe I said the Dolphins. You know, I do like the Dolphins in this. Yeah. I want a shootout. This has got to be a shootout. I mean, these are like two offenses that love to sling the ball. I want something high scoring here. I want like 38-35. What's the point total on this? What's the over and under on that? 50.5 points. Okay. So, yeah, they do think there's going to be some heavy scoring on this night. Joe says Rams. Michael says Rams. Dragon Slayer says Rams 42, Dolphins 38. Like, yeah, this needs to be fun. These are two teams that love to sling it. Miami's defense is gone. I mean, look, I'm going to call it. I think the Dolphins win. The Rams are driving down the field, and it's picked off by cornerback Jalen Ramsey. He gets his old team back. with a game-sealing interception. So, yes, Dolphins win in a shootout Monday Night Football to keep their playoff hopes alive, to keep their season rolling, and they go 3-6. Michael says, watch this be a 10-13 type of game. It could be. It could be, really, because they're not that good. Like, these teams are not great. They have the potential to be great, but they just haven't shown it yet this season. So it could absolutely be a 10-13 game. Chris says, I like the Dolphins. Dolphins. Tyreek Hill finally have a big game. I read that as finna for some reason, so I thought you were going to say Tyreek Hill finna have a big game. Oh, man. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. I've been busy, so. Well, there we go, guys. Week 10 is in the books with our picks. Let's see how we do. And I will be back. I'm back home now. So definitely I've only missed 2 live shows, so it's not like it's the end of the world or anything like that. But obviously last week I was in Arizona and just decided to take the week. And then I took the bye week off, so. But it's going to be, Cowboys football is going to be crazy, man. Obviously Cooper Rush filling in. I would love to see Lance going forward. Let's have some fun. Throw the young kid in there. You traded a 4th-round pick for him. Like, just let it rip. All right, guys. Do we have any questions in the chat? Football related? Could be anything, honestly. World Series is over. Unfortunately, the Dodgers won. Was hoping at least the Yankees made it a better series, but Dodgers took it. Obviously, basketball's going on. Michael says, thoughts on root beer? I love it. Yo, root beer is really good. Root beer is really good. A&W. What's the other brand for root beer? There's A&W. Barks. You guys check out my Band-Aid. I had a cut, so I used one of my daughter's Band-Aids. Root beer is phenomenal. Love it. Root beer float, man. I still get one on occasion. A root beer float. Those things are bomb. Oh, my gosh. And you get it in like the little glass cup. It's over. Luck Duck 1 says, Tony, you happy about the election? I'm just going to call you out on this. Luck Duck 1 is my brother, guys. Luck Duck 1 is my older brother, and he is intentionally stirring the pot on my live show. If you guys want to know that is a red flag question. Hey, you know what? America is for the people, by the people. That is all I'll say about the election, is that it is about the people. And be good, be kind, be good to one another, be respectful. That's what makes this nation so great. If I could tune some music right now, that's the bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum bum. Dragon Slayer says a good game would be Lions versus Ravens. Completely agree. Colt says, love the content, bro. Colt, man, thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Joe says, don't bring politics into this. Yeah, everyone get after Luck Duck 1 in the chat. Say, what are you talking about? We're talking about football. Everyone just get after Luck Duck 1. Chris says, yeah, Tony, you think Mike McCarthy gets fired if we lose to Philly at home? If we lose 47-9 to Philadelphia Eagles, Mike is gone. Mike is gone. But if it's like a field goal game or within 7, Mike is staying. So it's like, obviously you want to see the Cowboys be competitive, but also, on the other hand, is if the Cowboys get blown out, we're one step closer to freedom from Mike McCarthy. And I'm a big Mike guy, but I just understand that it's time to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Colt says, Luck Duck 1, get out of here, bro. Just a reminder, Luck Duck 1 is my brother. He's my older brother. So it's all in good fun. But dude's trying to stir the pot. He's trying to get me canceled on my own show. But love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out again. It's good to see each and every one of you again. I love doing these live shows every Wednesday. And of course, Noah says, don't say anything about politics in a football chat like Duck 1. That's funny. We got him tonight. But I appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe, obviously. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter, or X, Instagram. Instagram, we just hit 10,000 followers. That was really cool. Oh my gosh, that was really cool. So happy for that, and you guys are a part of that. Colt says, we all know Tony Goat Romo was the favorite child. I don't think I was, guys. Chris says, thank you, go Cowboys, Tony. Thanks, Chris. Always shout out to Chris, man. You're awesome. I always see your comments on the channel, so you're really awesome. I appreciate you, man. But you guys have a good night, all right? I'll see you. Pre-game prediction video tomorrow morning, Madden prediction on Friday, and, of course, post-game reaction video Sunday. I'll see you guys later.